This show was made possible by the Shuffle affiliates and with the support of the Fortune Jack Partners Program.
Hello, people. Here we are again. After doing over 800 of these shows, I'm running out of ways to keep them fresh. Plus, as the years drag on and on and on, I get less and less and less attractive. And hey, it's not like I was a good-looking guy to start with, so fortunately, there is almost an endless supply of news stories to talk about, and this week I thought I would make things a bit more interesting for April Fool's Day by presenting you with several stories which seem like they may or may not be true. And one of them is a flat-out lie, all to honor the day that we fool people. It's your job then to decide which of these stories are real and which are bullshit. And no cheating, no Googling, no pausing the video to go look things up. I'll tell you which story was fake at the end of this program. So let's begin in America because, you know, we have just as many fools as you guys in the rest of the world. And we'll be in the state of New Jersey, where they just can't seem to leave a good thing well enough alone. Because after all the criticism thrown at their neighbors in New York State for their exorbitant tax rate on sports betting, New Jersey has decided that now they want some of that, with a proposal from a senator to double their current tax rate to 30%. And hey, why not? After all, politicians have shown time after time how responsible they are with our tax dollars. And down in my home state of Texas, where gambling and casino expansion have failed miserably year after year, they are busy rolling out a new form of legal gambling with scratch cards for the Texas Motor Speedway. Yes, a state that doesn't want you to gamble unless they get a cut of the action and is against sports betting. They're printing up a bunch of scratch-off tickets for the Texas Motor Speedway. And then they're going to let you buy them and scratch them and be disappointed. After all, we have just as many hypocrites in Texas as the rest of the world. So, was that it? Was that the fake story? I don't know. Maybe the story about New Jersey is fake. Or maybe one in the second half will be the culprit. I don't know. Welcome back. As we roll into the second half of our show, I have to ask you, do you think the story about Texas was bullshit, or was it New Jersey? Or were they both true? Or is it this story that's full of crap? We head to the United Kingdom because I'm contractually obligated to talk about the UK at least once in every program, where an MP has finally introduced legislation to protect affiliates, albeit a long shot, and not just gambling affiliates, with laws that we've been waiting for over 2 decades. Under the provision of this legislation, the back-end tracking of programs would be independently audited, and they would need to set aside a reserve amount of money to pay webmasters in case of an unforeseen or sudden closure. Then, of course, there's this story from Sweden where it's not an operator, not an affiliate, not even a player in trouble, but a software provider. Yes, the Swedes have actually fined Yggdrasil 22,000 pounds for simply providing their games to a website. Of course, the website was operating in Sweden without a license, but Yggdrasil, they had a Swedish license. Huh. Or perhaps it's this story, where one province in Australia is on its way to banning cash at casinos altogether. Queensland is now restricting hard currency gambling to just a couple of $100s a day in an effort, they say, to curb money laundering. Of course, as a byproduct of that, everyday citizens will not be able to hide any of their activity from Big Brother, who will be sure to tax every cent won and maybe cut you a break for a percentage of the money that you lose. Huh. So which stories were real and which stories were bullshit or story? Stick around and I'll tell you in just a minute. Or you can cut out now if you really don't give a damn, and I'll just, see you next week. God willing. All right, which story was it? New Jersey, Texas, affiliate protection, trouble in Sweden, or cashless gaming down in Australia? Well, if you know anything about this industry, you would be right at picking the one that benefits affiliates the most to be the story that was completely untrue. Anyone who's been in this industry for any amount of time should have been able to pick out the fact that no politician in any country is ever going to do anything to help protect affiliates. So, happy April Fool's Day.